So I've been asked to talk about the waves of women's movement, and I want to specify that these are the waves of women's movement in the United States, as there have also been movements outside of the United States. I also want to say that not all scholars agree with the wave metaphor, but I'm going to use that as a way to just kind of provide a chronology of some of the key moments in women's movement. So the first one really is 1800s to about 1920, and the big push there was granting women the right to vote. So you have Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, who were active. You also have Alice Paul after Susan B. Anthony, and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. And so women were really arguing for the right to vote. And so part of the strategy that they used was talking about how women, according to our Constitution, are U.S. citizens, and therefore they should be granted the right to vote. Women also really used arguments against prohibition, or for prohibition, where they said that women actually probably were of sounder mind to vote, because a lot of the men might have been engaged in the consumption of alcohol and may not have been using the best judgment. So that's something interesting that we don't know very much about, or we don't hear about in terms of that movement. You also had women during that time who made a lot of arguments about women's piety, and so that women had the best interest of children in mind, the best interest of even men and women, because the argument was that women kind of naturally were nurturing, and so then therefore they could make sounder judgments about the sorts of policies to vote for or against.